Of course, we've issued a first alert weather day for tomorrow morning as a result of the brutally cold wind chills we are yet again going to see as we go throughout the entirety of the morning up until noon tomorrow. But let's talk about what's changed, because the biggest change in terms of the forecast has actually come before our first alert weather day tomorrow. It's actually going to be more impactful for later tonight. Now, I did mention that chance yesterday that we could see a couple snow squalls, especially considering how much the wind gusts are going to increase throughout the day, that we could see some reduced visibility during the evening commute. Now, that chance trending a little bit later, closer towards about 7 to 9 o'clock tonight, depending on where you're at across the area. So good news here is that it's trending just past that evening commute period, meaning that for most of us, that travel should be both clear and calm outside of maybe one or two light chances to see a snow burst, but it's not going to be the main line of snow that we're expecting to see later tonight. Now, what hasn't changed, of course, is those wind chills we're expecting to see tomorrow morning, and that's really going to be the main impact. The main thing to watch out for is going to be those sub-zero wind chills as we go throughout the entirety of the morning. But looking at the future track and really what we've been watching in terms of the snow chance is that we still could see a couple pockets of some smaller snow bursts that could reduce visibility with that blowing snow, but the main line is not expected to cross until we get closer towards about 7 o'clock, moving out of the area by the time we get towards about 9 o'clock, meaning that, again, we're not expecting to see it move past at a more peak time for that evening commute that we were expecting to see as we went throughout the day yesterday. It was tracking a couple hours earlier, looking around the lines of about 5 o'clock. So that's good news, because that means less impact for your evening commute as we go throughout the night. And then after that, we do start to clear outside of maybe one or two lake effect snow showers that could reach further north throughout the early parts of the morning tomorrow. The rest of us will remain clear and even sunny throughout the day tomorrow, despite that cold. And of course, taking a look at how some of that visibility can be affected just by a very small line of snow, you can see how the significant drop off as we see that line of snow cross throughout the area. And outside of that, we do remain clear in terms of the visibilities as we go throughout the rest of the night. So really, that only time where we are going to see visibility drop is as that snow is moving past, mainly thanks to the fairly strong wind gusts we'll be seeing, which will be upwards of about 30 to 35 miles an hour, even continuing overnight into the day tomorrow, which is why we start to see the wind chill drop off as well. Now, what we will see as we go into the later parts of the day, and especially afternoon, is that wind gusts start to let up. By the time we even get to Friday morning, most of us are going to be calm in terms of the winds, meaning we start to see those temperatures on the rise. We start to see even, again, wind chills on the rise as well. We're not going to be seeing wind chills back below zero after we get through the first half of the day tomorrow. Now, unfortunately, does mean we have to get through a pretty long period where we are below zero in most cases, more like -10 for that first alert weather day. The kids have to go out to the bus stop regardless if they have a delay or not. You're going to want to make sure they're bundled up, because we are going to be seeing those negative wind chills throughout the entirety of the morning. Now, the good thing here is that we're not really seeing anything that's going to be majorly impactful, just going to be cold. And of course, we're built for the cold.
Yeah, short-lived. That's the best news. All right. Thank you, Michael. Still ahead at noon, everyone. If electronics